Hello, we would like to welcome you on our online press conference dedicated to Robotization Barometer 2020. Robotization Barometer is a survey we have conducted in Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland and Romania earlier this year with approximately 900 respondents. The method that we have used for this survey is CATI. First, let me introduce you our main speaker, Slavoj Musilek, who is a general manager for CEE, Russia and CIS countries. Slavoj will present you the outcome of the Robotization Barometer survey, which will be followed by short videos summarizing the country highlights. After that, there will be a space for your questions that should be related to entire CEE region. Slavoj, please start with the presentation.
Thank you, Pavel. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to have this press conference. Let me to go quickly through the outcomes of the survey that Pavel has mentioned. The survey has been performed by SCNC Research and ASM Research Company. We had almost 900 small and medium companies being interviewed and providing their data and their opinions about the robotizations and their plans towards robotization. Small and medium means companies below 250 employees. So small, it's below 50, and medium are below 250. First outcome that I would like to share is, let's say, I think positive message that almost 1/3 of the respondents are already considering and planning robotization of their production processes within the next 3 years. The factors that are driving those plans and considerations for robotization of the production processes is need for cost optimization of the production, improvement of efficiency, and increasing the competitiveness of small and medium companies across four countries we have involved into the research. Percentage of the companies that we have interviewed considering considering robotization of their processes in the next 3 years is more or less equal in all 4 countries. Poland is showing slightly higher demand than Hungary, Romania, and Czech Republic. What is the interesting outcome of the survey, and it's basically confirming our observations from the market and also other independent studies, like, for example, International Federation of Robotics reports that collaborative robot market is growing faster than market of traditional industrial robots. And as you can see, the demand for implementation or robotization of using collaborative robots is higher than we have been showing in the previous slides. Current level of robotization across the interviewed companies is, let's say, more close to each other between Czech Republic and Poland, where current level of robotization in Romania and Hungary is, let's say, at half of current situation in Czech Republic and Poland. As I have mentioned, the outcomes of the survey are confirming that robots are already well adopted in the production processes of manufacturing companies in CEE, especially at the SME size of companies, and collaborative robots are quickly increasing their share in the entire robotics market. Another interesting outcome of the research is that small and medium companies that are already utilizing robots in their production and their shop floor very open and are planning to continue with the robotization, while the companies that are not using robots yet, they are still having some hesitations to implement robots and collaborative robots or small automation as a part of their strategy. The factors that are mostly influencing small and medium companies in Central and Eastern Europe are very, let's say, common. Basically, four key takeaways is that first of all, it's definitely lowering the production costs, increasing the production efficiency, quality, focus on quality, increasing quality, and increasing the competitiveness of those companies on the local and also on the global markets. While another factors that were mentioned during the study or during the research is addressing challenges with the workforce, needed flexibility of the production. I have to mention one important thing. This survey has been performed between November 2019 and April 2020, which means that those outcomes are still not being influenced by the COVID situation. So if the research will be done today, I believe plan of the small medium customers related to the robotization, the numbers will be much higher, because currently what we see on the SME market is that those guys are really considering seriously or reconsidering their strategy and looking for opportunities how to increase their efficiency, how to address in much let's say focused way or more structured way the challenges that are coming with a need for flexibility of the production, efficiency, and staying competitive in current challenging environment. I would like to summarize right now two areas. One is related to the processes that small and medium companies in our region are considering to prioritize or to automate first using robots or collaborative robots. It's basically three types of applications: assembly, packaging, and palletizing. In Czech Republic, we see really the confirmation of that trend. Assembly, palletizing, packaging, and machine tending are the hot topics that small and medium customers are considering to robotize first. In Hungary, we see more or less the same trend. What is interesting, outcome out of the Hungary, it's the high portion of the applications that are in this survey mentioned that others, which we can explain as an outcome of the fact that those companies are considering or really planning to automate their processes with the robots or collaborative robots, but at the moment they don't have a clear strategy which type of applications they need to focus on first. Romania, again we see a need for assembly or priority for assembly and palletizing, packaging, and in Poland basically we see a very consistent outcome comparing to the other countries. Industries where we see the highest demand for robotization among the small and medium companies: food and beverage, building materials supply or production. In Czech Republic, in Hungary, paper production and printing companies, again building materials production, and metal processing and machining. In Romania, more or less the same consistent outcomes. Poland, consistent more or less with the other countries, which shows that all the countries in the Central and Eastern Europe are basically facing the same challenges, and across the industries, and the outcome of this survey is very consistent between those four countries with very little differences. Very frequently mentioned hot topic for small and medium customers is payback period or return of investments. Expectations, little difference between four countries. In Poland, we see much higher demand for the fast payback in the period of 1 or 2 year max, while in Czech Republic, Hungary and Romania, customers are considering that the payback period or return of investment between 2 and 3 years is still very well acceptable for them. For me or for us, those outcomes of the survey are really interesting, because we see on one side really increasing demand for robotization at the market of small and medium companies, while still number of entrepreneurs or owners of those companies are somehow hesitating to utilize this technology for increasing their competitiveness or their efficiency. So we take it as our responsibility as a market leader and pioneer in collaborative robotics to continue education of the market and helping small and medium companies across Central and Eastern Europe to really understand the benefits that collaborative robots can bring to their production and how we can help them to become more successful in challenging and highly competitive market that is, as I have mentioned, also influenced and it's changing rapidly based on the COVID experience. So we continue with this focus on helping customers across the industries and all the sizes, and especially small and mediums, to really utilize the new technologies like collaborative robots to stay or to become more competitive on the local and global market.
We should now follow with the country highlights from all countries, so from Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary and Romania. Our 2020 robotization survey conducted among small and medium companies in the Czech Republic confirmed what we are experiencing every day on the market while visiting our customers. Czech Republic is among the leading countries when it comes to robots per capita criteria, but most of those robots are installed in the automotive companies of the larger scale. The levels of automation in the non-automotive sector or in the smaller companies is only a little bit higher than 1/10 of the nation's average. But small and medium enterprises, they exist in the same environment and they are facing exactly the same challenges as those big ones. All of them see the automation as the fastest way towards higher efficiency and competitiveness. Therefore, there is no surprise that about 25% of those small and medium companies plan to implement robot in next 3 years. And about 1/4 of those companies is already decided that their next robot will be collaborative.
I would like to point out 3 interesting facts of this survey regarding Hungarian companies. The first one, that 1 of 4 small and medium-sized companies are planning robotization within the next 3 years. Close to 23% of small businesses would like to implement cobots, while this number is 21% at medium-sized companies. This shows me that these companies are looking for effective solutions where they can combine robots and humans at the workplace. Another very interesting point is regarding return of investment. 22% of the companies are looking for the return of investment periods within 1 or 2 years. Naturally, entrepreneurs would like to have this period as short as possible, and at UR we have experience when this ROI period was shortened than 1 year. The third very interesting information for me was that how the companies see their barriers when they are thinking about robotization. More than 47% of small and medium-sized companies believe that their production not require robotization. Almost 45% of them think that their application even cannot be robotized. We at UR believe that with our cobots we can automatize almost everything. These points drive me to the conclusion that most of the decision makers need to make a big step ahead for robotization, and they see cobots as a great option to start with.
Robotization barometer data is showing exactly what we see during our meetings with small and medium enterprises. At the first, they would prefer to robotize the applications around packaging and palletizing, machine tending, assembly and pick and place. What we see differently comparing the last years is that they are looking intensively at the areas where they could increase the social distancing, increase the hygiene during the production, perfectly producing the products without being touched by the operator. And some of them are looking also for the changes in the production to ensure that they will be able to keep the production running even without a correct number of the operators available. Still, those customers are looking for a return on investment time frame, which is between 6 months to 2 years. To ensure that we will be able to help them with that, we built with our distributors a network of system integrators and OEMs, which are able to prepare a turnkey solution for end user with a correct time frame and also at the price which will be acceptable by the end user. Because price is a key and one of the most important factors in the decision-making process. To help also with that, we prepare a solution with the leasing and credit for the robot arm, and a few of our partners in Poland decided to sell the system at different way. They are selling the system which will be paid per working hour of the robot, or the end user will pay for the product robot will produce. We do not want to forget that other parameters of the cobots like ease of use, versatility, quality, and also the extensive technical support we provide at Universal Robots have a higher value in decision-making process than the price itself.
In Romania, from our discussion with customer, we see an increase of their interest in productivity per square meter in their facility, about having a fast payback of their investment in collaborative robots, and also reaching a higher degree of flexibility of their production in order to adapt to current changes. Regarding SMEs, technology is a driving factor of growth. By increasing productivity and also by being as efficient as possible, they see our cobots as a new technology in helping them reaching this goal, but in some cases they are not sure if they are ready or not to start with a collaborative robot. Due to the fact that majority of our customers in the country have a return of their robotization investment between 6 and 12 months, is helping the local entrepreneur in building up a business case and also in making a decision. In order to reach this fast payback, I see essential choosing the right application to start. By doing so, usually the customer are contacting us, Universal Robots Romania team, and our partners.
Okay, now we are back and we are ready for your questions. I think we have a question from Mr. Jon Vaciu. I'm sorry if I spell your name wrong, and it's related to the marketing. So it should probably be answered by the marketing, but since we don't have our colleagues here, we have to do it by ourselves. What is the marketing plan to promote your services and devices in Eastern Europe? I don't see too many initiatives in educating and informing the Romanian market during the last year.
I would rather take it as a feedback, and Romanian market is very important market for Universal Robots, because we see really high potential in Romania, and also our business in Romania is growing significantly in past couple of years, and I'm honestly a bit surprised by this feedback, because we have a feedback from number of customers and partners and also the other journalists that are appreciating what we are doing in a kind of promotion of collaborative robots concept, and how we are, let's say, creating a kind of or increasing awareness of collaborative robots or robotization as such in Romania. But yeah, I take it as a feedback and we will work on it.
Okay,